What it do? It's your girl Shanique back at it again with another video. All praise be unto the Most High, y'all. That's my King. I hope that y'all are having a wonderful and amazing day on today. Me, I am having a wonderful and amazing day on today. Okay, your girl's been shucking and jiving and just getting stuff done on today, and have been just really being intentional about the flow of my day and how I get stuff done and how I flow throughout my day. Um, I realized that I had been trying to flow in a way, in somebody else's flow, pretty much, because I watch a lot of self-help videos and self-care, self-help videos and things like that. And I realized that yes, I was getting good information, but as far as the flow of my day and how I do things and how I get things done, it wasn't really practical for me. It wasn't really tailored just for me, because I am Ashanique. I am a unique individual, just like they are unique individuals. But what works best for Ashanique is not what works best for somebody else. So that's kind of the gist of this video for today. um it's all in the mindset, okay? Because you can continue to get all of these self-help videos and things like that and kind of get ideas and things about and ideas about how things should work, and systems and things like that. But the biggest thing you must work on in your life has to be your mindset. It has to be your mindset. Once you get the mindset of it is possible, right? This can be done. I can do this. I can change. I can get transformation. I can become new, right? Once that is instilled in you, once you realize that anything is possible, then you have gotten to the point where anything is possible, right? It's in the mindset. Because the reason why I say this, because today, well, actually yesterday, I had a really off day, right? A really off day. Like I said, like y'all, I posted yesterday, I was being really lackadaisy. Like I didn't want to do nothing. It was a lot of TV watching, which I don't typically do. Only time I really binge watch TV, and it's not often, but when I do, it's because I'm trying to escape. Like I'm trying to escape something, and I'm just overwhelmed, and I'm just like, I don't want to do anything else. You know what I'm saying? It's like a crash after being in survival mode so long. And that's kind of what happened with me. It was a transition. I transitioned out of survival mode, and the Lord allowed me to have rest, to have rest. But I got so comfortable in that I didn't want that to end. But it's like that is not the end of my journey, though he gave me temporary resting period for that season, for that moment. That's not where I'm supposed to end. You know what I'm saying? So I still have places to be. I still have things to do, and I had to get back to it. I had to get back to it until I get to that eternal rest, right? I still got places to be. I still got work to do. And so the temporary vacay, the temporary rest was just temporary. But I got stuck in because once you are in survival mode so long, that rest just feels so good, so needed, and you just want to just let it all go. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I was at. But again, I understand that that is not my destination. I have not arrived. I still have work to do. And so forward, we're moving forward. Um, and it's not like I have not been in this place before. It's actually a place that I've been before. I always say whenever you go into like a transition, when you transition from one season to another, there's always need to find your balance again. And so I always say that transitions are messy because things start to get a little bit out of control and chaotic when you're trying to regain that balance once you add something or take away something into in or out of your life. One moment. And so, yeah. So that's where I was at. Now, yesterday is when I realized, okay, Ashani, you've been chilling for too long. It's time to get this ball back rolling. It's time to get this ball back rolling. And so today, your girl got that ball back rolling. But the reason why I say it's a mindset thing is because even though I stayed down for a little bit longer than I should have, it happens. Because I have the mindset of it must be done, the work must be done, there's things to do, there's people to see, there's healing that needs to take place, there's, you know what I'm saying, all of these things that needs to get done. Because I have that mindset of growth, because I have that mindset of perseverance, because I have that mindset of keep moving forward, never giving up, you know what I'm saying? That very mindset is what kept me from staying in that lazy state, in that lackadaisy state. The mindset kept me from chasing after instant gratification for too long. You know what I'm saying? Chasing after rest for too long. Now, there's a way, which is, and we're going to get into that, because I'm not saying work. This ain't no hustle culture here, right? This is a be intentional about your day type of vibe. Because today was a peaceful and a restful day for me. But I've been putting in that work. I've been doing things. I've been being active. I've been getting things done around the house. But I was intentional about it, the flow of my day, so that it worked for me. For an example of that, I'm a music lover. Your girl loves music, right? But for some reason, I was not incorporating music enough into my life. I mean, I was, but it wasn't. Yeah, I hadn't in a while. It's been a while since I really put on some good music, because I'm always just, like I said, I be in silence because I'm always in my head. I'm always thinking. I'm always thinking of a master plan. I'm always there in that. And that gets draining, that overthinking, that constant hustle, that constant doing things. It gets overwhelming, right? But I love music. And so today, I started my day with music. I started my day because I know once I get up, I got the kids home. It's stuff that's going. Food need to be cooked. Clean, the house need to be straightened up. Everybody need to get dressed. And if you know that when you got kids, it take a couple of hours to get everybody dressed. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, everybody had their showers and things last night, so it wasn't too long. But it takes time to get everybody dressed. So all of that had to be done to go ahead and get the morning started. And what I did was to motivate myself and to just make it a vibe. I did just that. I made it a vibe for me. I put on me some Christian R&B and I got busy. It was giving, you know how on those Saturday mornings or Sunday mornings, whenever you choose to clean the house, you put on you a nice playlist and you get busy. It's giving every morning, I need me a nice playlist to get my day started. It's giving, that's what I need for me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of videos I was watching is like, start the morning off slow and this, you want to do this, you want to do that. And that's cool. But sometimes I ain't waking up early enough for that. Like sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta get right to business. You know what I'm saying? So I say a prayer and I gotta get up and get right to business, right? Ideally, I want to take it slow one day. But for now, for the season that I'm in, it's just not practical. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a productive girl. I'm a person who thrive off of productivity. So the more I get done during the day, the more energy I have. You know what I'm saying? The more I get done in the day, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great, which is why I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great on today because I got up, I put on my music, we handled everything, handled everybody got what they needed, and I just vibed it out the entire morning. I just been vibing it out the entire morning, right? And so that works for me, and that gives me energy. And so after I vibed it out, I realized, oh, because these are all the things. So I pretty much have been layering things that I already enjoy doing. So I enjoy music, my little Christian R&B. I enjoy that little vibe. So I paired that with my morning, getting up and getting things done, straightening up the house, getting everybody. And it flowed. It was a nice marriage of a morning flow, right? And then I realized that I like to do stationary things like wash dishes or definitely cook while I'm watching like a podcast or watching like some of my go-to life coaches or videos and things like that. So now I'm pairing that part of my life, my day-to-day with stationary things, folding clothes, cooking, like I said, things like that. So now I'm pairing those with self-help videos, educational videos, things that I just like to watch. So I'm pairing things on top of each other now, because what happens is typically there's no flow. It's just I'm taking this in and I'm taking this, and it's just like no flow. So I realized I need to be intentional and pair these things with tasks. Pair things that I like, and now I'm getting everything that I like, everything that I need to get done. I'm pairing it together in a nice flow. And so we've been flowing today, right? We've been flowing today. I switched from my R&B. Once I got tired of my music, I said, okay, got something stationary, went to go tackle some clothes, and I put on me a self-help video. You know what I'm saying? And I just sat and watched that, right? And continue to get stuff done, right? And that's just how we've been flowing today. And so, one, like I said, it's a mindset thing, right? Because I have a mindset of always wanting to be better, even when it don't make sense, even when everything around me is falling apart, even when I can't follow through with the things that I desire to do, even when I can't follow through with the things that I desire to do because I got so much information overload, and all of this thing, life happening, and I didn't have a proper flow of what I needed, right? And even when it didn't work and it wasn't working and I couldn't just follow through with these things that I've been learning, because I got a mindset of never giving up, eventually it clicked like it did today. Eventually it clicked. Eventually all of the things, because you got to be self-aware as well. All of the things I know about myself, all of the things that I've learned from other people, eventually it just collided. It collided for me, and it all started to make sense. Now it's a natural flow. Now I have it's really something that, like I said, it's two things: faith and works. Faith without works is dead. Two things. Those two things colliding is what birthed this natural flow that I'm able to walk in, right? The works was me getting the help, watching the educational videos, watching the self-care videos, listening to my coaches, getting the knowledge of things that I desire to do, just getting that information, right? Even if I wasn't able to get it all before, you know what I'm saying? And follow through before. Getting that information, continuing to take in those seeds, sow those seeds, plant those seeds of wisdom and knowledge and understanding into my mind, right? And then also understanding myself, you know what I'm saying? Being able to sit and be with Ashanique enough to know what Ashanique likes. Honoring myself, you know what I'm saying? Cutting people and things off that don't benefit me, so that I can really see what brings me peace, what I love, you know, just really getting to know me. Oh my God. And it's so funny because I didn't realize that this is what I had been doing and how much I was truly getting to know myself in these seasons of isolation. But I realized this did allow me to really just enjoy myself. It was like I wasn't sitting there taking notes like, okay, Ashanique, you like this. But I was simply just living. I was simply just being me and sitting with me and keeping my life quiet enough and just enjoying my life. And when I take a step back and I sit and realize, like, okay, what were we doing all of this time? What did you do all of this time? You know, and now I realize, well, now I can sit back and say, I know what I should be like. I know, because I can sit back and take a step back and say, okay, this is everything that you did in this season of isolation and quietness. Right? You enjoyed this and you did that and you know what I'm saying? And thus I know myself, right? And so that explains why I am so self-aware, right? Because I do keep things quiet enough. I do spend that time in isolation. I am so driven when it comes to just growth and things. And it's just a beautiful thing. I'm just hyper aware of me. You know what I'm saying? Even things that I eat, you know what I'm saying? I know when I ate something that, and I'm not the type of person that's tracking it either. But because I'm so intentional with my life, because I'm so intentional with my life and where I'm going, and it's like a tunnel vision. It's like, and it's unconscious too. Unconsciously, that's why I'm really picking this thing apart right here with y'all, because it's not something that I really sit and think about. But now that I really think about it, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing the things unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been literally living this life of, you know, because they always say you want to get to know yourself. I literally been doing that. I know what I like. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of now being intentional about incorporating the things that I like in my day-to-day life. Because before it wasn't that. Before it was like, okay, I'm working, going, burning out because I'm not prioritizing rest. I'm not being intentional about my day. I'm just going, getting things done. Do something that I like here and there. And it was just a lot. You know what I'm saying? It was chaotic, but it was all intentional. It was like, it was chaotic, but still going in one direction, focused on one thing. And because I was still in my lane, staying in my lane, focused on what I know I need to be focused on, having tunnel vision about where I'm going, even though it was chaotic around me. It's giving, what's the little, is that the atoms where you got the center and you got all this stuff around it? It's giving that. It's giving, even though it felt chaotic, because the goal and the purpose remained the same, it worked. It flowed, and now I can sit back and I can really, because I stayed on course. You know, I stayed true to me, right? And because I stayed true to me, even through the, like I said, the chaos that I had to endure, it didn't move me. It didn't move me. So, for example, if it would have moved me off of my track and I would have not stayed true to me, and it would have moved me too far out of focal of who Ashanique is. And so now Ashanique right here, and I'm all over here doing stuff that ain't got nothing to do with Ashanique. You know what I'm saying? When I would have took a step back, like I'm doing today, I wouldn't have been able to say, well, what does Ashanique like? You know what I'm saying? Well, I wouldn't have been able to tell you or tell me what it is that I like, what's true to me. Because I done went too far off of my path. I'm dropping so many nuggets here, y'all. Stay with me. I done dropped a couple. I hope you getting them. Right? Because I stayed true to me and didn't go too far off away from Ashanique and my purpose and God, because that's true to me, right? I can sit back and say, okay, this is what you like. Okay, this is what you did. Okay, this is what you didn't like. Okay, this is what worked at one point in time. Okay, this, and now they can all come together within like a marriage and be in sync, like what happened for me today. All right, so I said all that to say, I don't even know if I was talking about faith or the works, because again, those two things. But the work was staying true to me. The work was continuing to get the help, continuing to get the knowledge, continuing to seek after what I desire to become and what I desire to do. Just continue to get those words. Just continue. And then having faith. You got to have faith, is because, like I said, though I was getting the knowledge, I still wasn't able to follow through with it. I still wasn't able to act on it and actually make it a thing and bring it to fruition. I wasn't able to, because it was so many other things that were happening in my life that I was actually having to deal with. So I didn't have time to really take a step back and say, you know, blow up. But no, I was in the thick of it, right? But because I had faith, even though it was chaotic, everything was just happening to the point where I blurred vision. I need a moment to breathe. All of these things, right, was happening. But because I have faith, y'all see what I said? Faith. Because I had faith, I was able to keep moving in spite of what it looks like. Yeah, it looks chaotic. Yeah, it looks like all of these things is happening. Yeah, it looks like I can't get it together. Yeah, it looks like I ain't gonna be able to figure this out. Yeah, it looks like I keep dropping the ball. Yeah, it looks like I keep making mistakes. I'm saying I am, right? But it looks like I'm never gonna be able to get it together. It looks like I'm never gonna be able to figure it out. It looks like I got a mental overload and I'm not gonna be able to make all of this stuff make sense. It looks like that. But because I have faith, hold on, y'all. Okay, so because I have faith, y'all, the faith is what kept me in the game. The faith was the secret weapon. The faith is how things could just magically come together. Y'all gotta forgive me for these hands gestures. I like to talk with my hands. The faith, right, is what allowed for things to just click. Like you wonder, it's like a serendipity moment. It's like it just clicked. Everything just fell into place. not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence, right? Because it is, like I said, it's a matter of all of the work and stuff and blah, 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 that you've done. But God will make that thing fall into place like nothing else you've ever seen. It's like, that's God. That's God. That's God. That's God. That's the only thing I can say. You know what I'm saying? God is the secret weapon. Faith is that secret weapon, because once you've done all you can to stand and you keep moving forward, eventually the Lord will save him. That's what I like to see. And he'll release those blessings. And he'll release that favor. And oh my God, don't tempt me with a praise break now. Don't tempt me with a praise break, because I give it to you. I give it to y'all, because just thinking about that, I'm like, that ain't nothing but God. It ain't have to click for me. It won't clicking before. What just automatically made it just click, y'all? What? That's God. That's God. That's God. That's God. That's God. And I've had those click moments, like, oh, click, click, click. But today was different. Today was giving divine alignment. Today gave. It was like the Lord was setting me up. He will set you up. He will do this and he will do that and he will do that. And then all the pieces will be in order. You look up, everything is just in alignment. That's God. And the reason why I can say that is God, because you know, well, I know the chaos that was going on prior to that. I know the chaos, what felt like chaos, when the Lord was showing me this and then showing me that and then showing me this. And I'm just like looking, seeing all of these many things. And I'm like, okay. And it's just, and then I went to sleep and I woke up. And actually, when I went to sleep last night, I already know. I said, tomorrow gonna be a better day. Tomorrow, I'm fixed. I'm set. No matter what, I'm being productive. I done chilled enough. I made up in my mind that today was gonna be a good day, and the Lord blessed that. Oh, and the Lord blessed that. The Lord blessed that, and it turned out to be a even more amazing day that I could have ever hoped for. So, last little nugget I'm gonna give y'all, man. Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom. Like, sometimes you just gotta hit rock bottom, like, before you get your breakthrough. Like, so as a people, hold on, y'all. I know that. So as a people, we have to stop being afraid of failing, guys. Like, that is the most number one thing. Like, we are so afraid of failing. We are so afraid of being embarrassed. We are so afraid of hitting that rock bottom. And whole time be trying to run from a rock bottom, and that's exactly where you're gonna end up, because you can't run from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't run from rock bottom, so you might as well get used to it. Like, you can't run from it. Some people will try to run from rock bottom for so long, climbing from rock bottom for so long, and get so high up, and then they hit rock bottom, and guess what? That's fatal. That's fatal. That's fatal. Right? You done climbed all of this just to hit rock bottom when you got to the very top. No, baby. You ain't gonna know how to take that. You ain't gonna know that. It's so many things with that. For one, you ain't gonna know it's possible to get back up. You ain't gonna want to. You done made it all the way to the top just to hit rock bottom. You like, I'm not doing this again. I done went all the way to the top just to hit rock bottom. You're just gonna tap out. But when you build and you make mistakes, and you allow yourself to hit rock bottom, make mistakes, try again, hit rock bottom, keep building, hit rock bottom, you are going to become somebody who is so solid, so strong, so unmovable that it's not gonna make sense. You ain't even gonna hit rock bottom on me. You gonna learn how to fly. You gonna jump and fall off that thing so many times that rock bottom ain't gonna got nothing on you. You gonna learn how to fly. You gonna be like, you know what? I done fell so many times. You gonna be like, let me just get some wings. You gonna be like, nah, we gonna put some wings on this thing, because what we not finna do is keep hitting this ground like this. Yeah, you gonna transform. You gonna transform into a eagle. You gonna transform. You gonna get some wings, and you gonna say, okay, baby, we ain't falling no boat. You gonna pop out with your wings on. They gonna be looking at you like you crazy. You gonna be like, if you know like I know, you were gonna get you some of these too. If you know like I know, you will come and get you some of these too. Okay, because and so this is you, and it's so funny because I think of like climbing up this mountain, hitting rock bottom. You know, this is when you doing it with your bare hands. This is when you doing it all you ain't using no vices. You know what I'm saying? You ain't using no vices, like you ain't smoking and drinking. I call that the little, what's the little, you ain't using no rope to pull you up the cliff. You ain't got nobody pulling you up the cliff. You ain't getting flew up to the top. None of that stuff. No. You in this thing by yourself. Claws in the dirt. Right? Trying to get up this hill. Right? And so you gotta do the work. And you gotta be okay with failing. You gotta be okay with looking stupid. You gotta be okay with people doubting you, bro. Like, come on, you gotta be. Cause people gonna doubt it until they see it happen. Then they gonna be, you already know what's gonna happen after that. Like, do I really gotta tell you? They're gonna be on the bandwagon, baby. They's gonna be like, they're gonna be all up on you, in your grill. Or trying to be, at least. They're gonna be all up on you. You know what I'm saying? Once you get there. But on the way, they're gonna have a lot of stuff to say. And guess what? You can't let that stuff stop you. Right? So that's another jewel. That's another nugget for y'all, man. I done dropped like a couple. I know this video was probably all over the place, but like I said, after getting so much done today, I said, let me go ahead and top it off, put the cherry on it by pressing this record button and coming and hopping on my channel so I can do that consistency thing that I've been hearing so much about. Okay, yeah, so we in this thing, so what I need you to do, guess what, and it's free. So what I need you to do is I need you to hit that like button. If you stayed this far, you the real MVP. You my girl. You my guy. And so I need you to hit this like button, and I need you to leave a comment. Just say, hey girl, hey. Or what it do, sis? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment so that YouTube and this algorithm can keep getting these videos and keep getting my story, my wisdom and knowledge and the things that I've done been through out to the people who need to hear it. Okay, so we can push this purpose thing all the way to the top, because y'all know how I'm coming. And if you don't know how I'm coming, let me just go ahead and tell you, it ain't over till it's over. Okay, your girl ain't stopping. I got somewhere I'm trying to be, something I'm trying to get done, and I need your help. So go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and then leave a comment. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and stuff. And that's all I got for y'all today. I love you guys. I really hope y'all got something out of this word. I know I was all over the place, but just bear with me as I roll these videos out to y'all. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day. Once again, it's your girl Ashanique, and I will talk to you later. Bye.